It's brought so much pain to me. Why don't I want to leave?
We meet again, Mr. Kimura, in a more peaceful situation.
Dr. Reed, still visiting London by night?
We must both be nocturnal animals, you and I. After your captivity, I thought you'd be more cautious.
Breathing the cold night air helps calm my mind, sir. I've had the most frightening nightmares since I escaped that filthy jail.
I don't remember this guy. Did I save him? Did we save him from some skulls?
May I ask you what you do for a living, Mr. Kimura?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realized recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
Oh. Okay. Tadao is a rich landlord who is nostalgic about his hometown. And what can we do with that? Ah.
Why are you so nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao?
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
Have you heard anything from your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years.
What?
Busy, busy, busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's really specific.
Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Yeah. The wife might also bear a bit of a grudge, too. Years, man? If you'd been like a year, I'd be like, okay, that's kind of getting to the outer limits. But years? And it's been your own choice, you probably could have gone there. How busy could you really be as a full-on landlord, right? Surely they have at least 1 or 2 days a week they can be like, I need to travel over here. But, you know what, I'll give them credit. Probably takes a lot longer to travel to further places back in the day.
Have you no friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
Well, maybe you should be hanging out with your friends. You're at the age where you need to go around and talk with everybody and reminisce, be nostalgic, and then, yeah, change.
Can you change? And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
Yes, follow my example. I'll just say there's no need to thank me.
There is no need to thank me. Rescuing a London citizen should not be out of the ordinary, though I'm afraid it may appear so in these difficult times.
You did not only rescue me, you fought for me. You put your life in danger to save me. That's quite extraordinary.
How will you cope if you're attacked again?
I don't know. I've heard about these men and women who patrol the West End every night, chasing criminals like my abductor. Maybe I should join them.
No. Okay, now I remember him. He's the one who had the Ekon sitting in front of in front of the place he was captured. Got you.
What can you tell me about your abduction?
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
And why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
Oh, that's interesting. Wait, what? Tadao has decided to fight against vampires after what happened to him? Oh, I didn't realize he was fully committed to that. Okay. Tadao has been captured by a vampire who had discovered his passion for astronomy. What is the Red Queen?
What did he say about voices?
He constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
You know, I guess if someone popped up like the way our maker does, where they're just like a blood apparition that shows up in front of us, I could see how they're referred to as like Red Queen as well.
Tell me, Tadao, why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I dunno. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Oh. I thought you were legitimately like just abducted, captured from the street or something, but you were invited over and then I was just tricked. That's kind of funny.
Yes. Astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. You remember the name of these constellations?
Let's see. Oh, wow. Pegasus, my mother's constellation. Draco, my constellation. Cygnus, my sister's constellation. This one has ... like we feel bad about it.
Cygnus. The constellation that was supposed to protect Mary.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations, yet I barely remember my own childhood.
That's definitely intense, but who knows? Maybe it's just because you're old. I still remember a good part of my childhood, but maybe in like 10 years, that'll be wrong.
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
So he was legitimately interested in astronomy, but mostly just to appease his master.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumors about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
I mean, you were stuck in the house, so they wouldn't have really
Goodbye, Mr.
had a chance.
Take care.
Okay. Well, we just learned a lot from him.
Could be someone you know, even someone you're close to.
It could be someone you know, buddy. Just don't look too hard
They're
at
all
me.
around you.
West Enders must unite! Don't let them fool you! Don't let them control you! They are amongst us! They lust after your soul! Vampires are real! Defend your community! This public warning leaflet has been financed and distributed by Mr. C. Crosley. For more information, please contact him directly and attend his next public lecture.
Waiting for you to let your guard down.
Yeah, alright. Colors believes that vampires have invaded London. So now I can talk to him about that, I think.
Good evening.
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Personal questions.
Tell me what you have discovered about vampires, Clarence.
They've always been here. And if you search for long enough, you realize others know about these devils too. I'm not alone.
Have you shared your research with anybody else?
No. But I've published my leaflets all across the city, hoping that someday someone will realize I'm printing the truth.
Can't do it. He's an alright dude.
What do you mean you're not alone? Who have you met?
The Guard of Prewin. The Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, Ichabod Throckmorton. Those names always pop up when you dig deep enough.
Have you spoken with any of them?
No. With the quarantine, it's almost impossible to leave the West End. But as a doctor, maybe you could, Johnny.
Are you asking me to help you prove the existence of vampires, Clarence?
Yes, Johnny. Please, gather all the information you can find about vampires and bring it to me. You're the only friend I have left. I need you.
Do I want to give him this information? We actually have a legitimate investigation for him.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Where the hell would I go for that? Oh, the books! That's hilarious. Find the violence of Volkods. Alright, we only need one more. And then what's going on here? Track, or locate Emily's house. Where is that? Emily's house is down here to our left. Well, I'll go check that out. See what's going on around here. Can I even get over here? Is that right?
Disgusting smell. Oh, I can't continue like this.
Hello, lady. What's going on here?
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor.
What's up with her eye?
Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Uh-oh. Is she a vampire or is she just crazy?
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Yeah.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
I don't know how to help you with that whole thing. Except for a couple of other solutions.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Well, you're currently already speaking about him, so what the hell do you mean? Karina only has incoherent speech when speaking about what happened to her.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Yeah, that's a pretty apt description, thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
I could give her blood, but I don't think it'd be a good idea. Okay, so I can't
I'm investigating the
talk to
source
her
of the
about her other
epidemic
hits for
in
now.
this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
Infection. The rats carry it, I heard. Rats. Many rats around that big house. Funny smell, too. Dead flesh.
And where is this house?
West of the park. Not very far. A big house with no sound, no light, no life left.
Hey, there was a little bit of light in there.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Yeah, it was definitely a messed up house. Okay. I'm very concerned about her. She has no social circle, so I don't know how I'm even gonna find out the other information about her. Good luck, Karina. I need to go see what happened to Emily, who I'm suspecting is probably just gonna be dead. Because we didn't see anything about a social circle involving Emily. But maybe she's fine. Okay, I don't think this is the house. I gotta go to the other side of the fence. Because, you know, that's where all the enemies are gonna be. Okay, we're in the North Docks now. Not where I wanted to end up. But at least we have an entrance. How the heck? Where do I go for this? Maybe this door does work? No. The heck, man? We're here in the area for locating Emily's house. It's either on this side, which is the west end, or it's somewhere in the North Docks. The problem is the North Docks kind of... I wish I could zoom in. Wait, here we go. The North Docks aren't connected to this house. So this has to be Emily's house. Can I go up? Venus Crossley. Well, there's that dude's wife. Hold on. Can I go up here? What the heck? Oh, what is she doing? Oh. What is she going to start doing? Well, I might have gone the wrong way, but we can find out some crucial information. Is she going to talk about her husband?
You give me no other choice, Clarence.
Whoa.
Yes, my love, it's a new tea I bought. Not too bitter for your taste, I hope.
What the fuck? She's going to try and kill him?
Drink your tea, my love. Drink it to the last drop. And shut your damn trap for good.
Yo! Venus is deliberately poisoning her husband. The fuck, dude? Hold on. Hold on. Alright, Emily can fucking wait. This is very important. We gotta stop that. Clarence! Your wife is terrible!
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
Well, I mean, I wanted to keep you alive.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
Maybe your wife was always a terrible person, you just never noticed.
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned.
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
Clarence's wife is convinced that the war caused his paranoia. Okay, maybe she was a little bit more loving back then. Look, I'll go have a talk with her.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Surely I should be able to stop her from poisoning her husband. Out of all the things I'm not able to actually solve, this should be one of them.
Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
No, let me in.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. I remember when Mary came here with her husband and her son. They were such a beautiful family.
Alright, excuse me, Emily. You're not Emily. Excuse me, Mrs. Crosley. I need to leave your house a little bit. And then we need to have a stern conversation about you trying to kill your husband.
Not always welcome. But at this hour of night.
she complaining about me in front of my face? How dare she? I especially don't feel bad about taking random items that are only particularly unique for me. Oh, do I have to go through her house in order to reach Emily's place?
Locked.
At least she survived the Great War. I feared the worst. Oh, well, thank you.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
Uh-huh. I should just jump straight into why are you poisoning your husband, but we'll figure some things out.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
Isn't it nice being in an upscale part of town that nobody targeted?
Have you noticed anything
Yet.
peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan, please accept my condolences for your sister.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden, and I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
I think he did. I actually don't fully remember. I just, it's in out one ear, out the other.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
She keeps saying that. She's definitely not a very happy person.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
I definitely, I understand. I can sympathize with that. If I had, say, a wife who just kind of was gone for years, then came back and just started spouting random, like, crazy nonsense about vampires or energy coming in from the cosmos through holes in time or just other random shit, I'd have to be like, this isn't good. Not good at all.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt. I was so relieved to have him back. But I quickly realized he'd lost his mind in France.
I understand your irritation, Venus, but you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
Can I tell her that vampires possibly exist or something that would lead to him believing it?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
At this point, I'm a bit biased, so I can't answer honestly.
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing a fantasy about blood-drinking monsters.
Well, maybe you should talk to him about that.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
And kill your husband? You know, it's hard to feel sympathetic when I already know that you're trying to kill him.
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's joke since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
Ooh, boy oh boy.
I cannot let you kill your husband, Venus. This madness is more insane than his obsession.
What are you going to do? Report me to the police? I did my research too, Dr. Reed. The substance I use is undetectable.
Don't press your luck.
And did you see Clarence's state of mind? What would become of him if left alone?
I mean, we could always help him out. Boy, she has no remorse about this. You know, you're at the perfect mesmerized level for me to lead you out into the street and take you out without anybody knowing. What kind of evidence would people have there? Police won't know anything. Ooh. You're very lucky, lady.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
She's the only one who's pointed to like a different place so far. And we know it's probably because she's a
when Mary
bad person.
came here with her husband and her son. They were such a beautiful family.
No, we didn't have subtitles for that last time, so I didn't actually know what she fully said. I thought she was just talking about Reed's entire family, but she was just talking about Mary and her husband. Oh, right, hold on. I have to go through her back door.
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in. Know that you are always
Dude, she is
welcome here.
cold-blooded
At
murder.
this hour of night.
We confronted her about it, and she's just like, what are you gonna do? Report me to the police? Oh, what do you say to someone like that? Venus's journal. Damn it. I press the button to try and read it, and the game's like, nah. Where's the inventory? Venus's journal. 9th of July, 1918. I spent the last day and night crying tears of joy. I did not know bliss could be so painful. My Clarence just wrote me. He is back from the war alive and unharmed. He will be at home in 2 weeks. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see my beloved husband again. 14th August 1918. Clarence's attitude still worries me. He is not the same since he came back. The first few weeks I thought it was just a necessary adjustment period, but his behavior seemed to be more and more erratic. Nowadays he spends all his time outside, day and night, searching for evidence. He does not care about the flu. He does not care about me. He's starting to frighten me. You know, in the beginning it seemed like she was pretty alright. 21st September 1918. I can't believe this. Clarence has spent half of his pension to print some stupid leaflets he now wants to freely give away in the neighborhood. People are starting to laugh at me. Now he wants to organize some public lecture in a recently closed theater to warn people about the presence of evil creatures in London. Free entry, of course. My husband may have come back unharmed from the war, but I'm afraid he lost his mind over there. 24th September. Clarence just confessed he has not spent half of his pension, but all of it, plus some of our savings. Paper and inks cost so much because of the war, he said, but it is a cost we must pay. People openly mock us now. I don't know what to do. Okay, today the butcher, Mr. Galway, sent me the monthly fee and requested payment in full. He also told me he now demands to be paid each time we buy some meat from his shop. No more credit. The baker asked the same thing 2 days ago. First, I thought it was a new policy because of the restrictions of the epidemic, but it seems my friends still have financial arrangements from the same shop. I was so ashamed I could not speak. Oh, we can't keep on like this. Clarence is completely mad. He's spending all the money we have, and I don't see how to stop him. Sometimes I wish he did not come back from the war. Oof. Woof. I need to have a chat with Clarence again about this. He does need to stop spending all of his money on this whole endeavor. Surely there's a better way to go about trying to preach the word about vampires without losing all of your money at the same time. Technically, he's doing that right now for free. Just chilling out in the street, yelling at people about vampires existing.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
I just jumped immediately into going, oh, there was a killer. Okay. So, do I actually need invitation to go into the building? It was implied earlier, but I didn't fully know. Okay. My dear Jacques, or Jacques, I don't know how to say his name. My dear Jacques, I can't wait to see you again. Tonight? Tomorrow? I can hardly wait. Since we kissed on that bridge while the moon was so bright in the night sky, I want to feel your teeth again on my lips. Oh, the excruciating pain of your sweet bite on my neck. You devil, you. For the longest second ever, I feared you were going to kill me right there, on the bridge, in the middle of the night. But no, my dear Jacques. You remained the delicate fiancé I know you are, and you were only teasing me. I can't wait to drink your blood for good this time, and come back to my sweet friend Charlotte as an immortal. To play with her a little first, of course, like you taught me how to play with mortals. And then, I'll turn her into one of us too, and we will rule the knights of London and cleanse the city of its impure souls. Faithfully always, Emily. Uh-oh.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
Yeah, well... Search the room.
Blood.
Here we go.
I should follow the trail.
Well, I mean, I saw the blood before, but I didn't see that there was a prompt on it. Alright, follow Emily's blood trail. The vampire obviously was like, yeah, maybe we're not gonna go about through this. Into the North Docks, huh? Yep. Here he was like, no, I don't really want to sire, lady. Yeah, she might love me, but I'm just too much of a free spirit. Where's the blood go? Aha! Oh. We found her pretty quickly. Hey!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
Yeah, she's right there. What are you talking about?
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
That was such a fucking mouthful. Oh my god.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Are there differences in tastes between the different countries?
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
Nope, not at all. That would be pretty bad.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
He's honest, at least. He's got that.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
Jesus Christ. Okay, look, I followed the blood trail.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
Oh. But did it really happen? I don't think he's lying. Because why would he lie? He's totally sitting here being like, yes, I'm immoral and I like to hunt and kill people. So it doesn't make sense for someone who's like that to lie. But he's also kind of a bad person. So he's XP.
Your cruelty deserves punishment, sir.
And what else is new?
Whoa! Okay, Jacques. Starting off the fight strong, huh? Hold on, stunning. Gotta just use a couple things here. I'm chilling. Getting some blood back. And whap! Whoa! That was a far leap, friend. I am unfortunately out of blood. Once more. That's okay. I will just get the blood directly from Jacques. Jacques? I'm bad with French. Okay, we're chilling. Damn it, I'm trying to stun him. Nice try, Jacques! Whoa! Who's this fucking skull? Shit! We are busy, dear Skull, okay? Jeez. Okay. What did this guy have? Just a lead plate. And 107 shillings, nice. Report to Charlotte Ashbury about her missing friend. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I still believe him that he probably tried to give her blood and that her body rejected it, because we were told before that not every person can become a vampire when given blood. But that was definitely a bit of a risk on her end.